turned the tide to the second half?
First half, we kind of shared the ball more. Second half, kind of stuck to guys' hands. So, we didn't share the ball as good we did first half. Defensively, we didn't. The ball screen, they kind of picked us apart on the ball screen, and more than they did on the first half, and that's our fault. Intensity-wise, coaches gave us a game plan to run on defense, and we wasn't executing.
Did you sense the guys getting maybe frustrated or discouraged with the lack of production in the second half?
Kinda. In games, you're gonna go through parts where you have to fight through adversity. Things are not gonna go your way. Coach talked about that before the game started. How there's gonna be a stretch where offensively we weren't gonna click, and there might be like a little 2-minute stretch, but just keep going through it. We would have a chance to prevail. But I think we let that kind of like linger and held us back.
You feel like this is was a big missed opportunity tonight?
Yeah, it's a big missed opportunity. Every conference game, we want to win. Puts us back in the standings. Think San Diego State haven't beat them, in a while. So they're in our house. We wanted to, build off of the New Mexico win. Came up short. I'm not even gonna say it's mostly on them. I think it was on us this game. We made like a lot of mistakes. It kind of hurt us, at the end. Yeah.
You guys were in pretty good control in the second half, or first half, and then they made the run to take the lead. Just how difficult was that to come back from?
It was like I said, one of the coaches told us, even when we were in the lead, like, even before the game, talking about San Diego State is one of the hardest teams, to deliver like a KO to them, have their morale like defeated, but they stayed with it. Even first half, it felt like we dominated, but they still were, at the end of the half, they were up by 3, and start the second half, they made a little run, and that kind of, they're a great defensive team, so it's kind of hard to score on the offensive end. And then later on in the second half, they just got going offensively. Trey Kell, started getting to the rack, and that's what caused the game.
You think it took a little wind out of your sails, getting that you guys were running basically with that 8-man rotation there in the second half, particularly?
Oh no. Guys were in great enough condition, so that we can run with them. Guys weren't really pulling themselves for tired. It was getting pulled for like defensive mistakes, bad shots, not passing the ball, sharing it. So it wasn't really the 8-man rotation. It was just lack of production on the defensive end.
Depressed is a good adjective to use now. When you play as well as you did in Albuquerque, and then you come back and they had good effort. I shouldn't say they didn't have effort. They had good effort. They had good energy. Just not a lot of execution. Not a lot of execution. Not a lot of. Took a couple steps back in some areas. Maintained our desire and effort, which was good. I thought our defensive intensity was good. Outside of a few possessions there where we had some miscues on defense and let Max get open for his threes. I thought we played a really good first half. Outside of that, I was anticipating the same second half, and then we just went dead offensively. We're just not very good. Got right to the basket several times, drew up plays where we got them layups, drew up plays where we got them wide open shots, and got to make shots to win the game. Defense will help you win championships, but not if you can't get there because you can't score. So we're going to have to try to figure out some things to shoot the ball at a higher clip. And right now, we've got some really good players that just aren't consistent. And so I got to do a little psychology here and get these guys up. And I still believe in them. I do. They just, because they've shown me glimpses. So we got to get more consistent play. Frustrating, like I said, but got a lot of games left in conference. We got to get ready for the next one. So open it up for questions.
Did you walk off at halftime down 3, kind of the frustration part of maybe in the middle part of that first half you didn't extend the ball there, they seemed to really struggle against your zone a little and really not be able to figure it out?
Yeah, you know, that was frustrating because we were getting stops. We just couldn't score, you know, and it was kind of like, come on, guys, this is the opportunity. When you get a team like this on the ropes a little bit, you got to, you know, you got to throw some good punches. You just can't swing and hit their arms. You got to connect, and we just couldn't connect. The last play of the half defensively was on me. I tried something kind of spur of the moment I thought would work, and we had a miscue and a miscommunication, but we didn't practice it, so that was on me. I told them that when they, I think Max hit a 3 right before the half. That was my fault, and I own that. But yeah, there was a period there, Ed, where we just couldn't get going offensively. We just getting good looks, and so you got to make shots in this game.
What is only 20 points in the second half, mostly a product of, in your mind?
Mostly a product of a little bit. I think it's a variety of things. You know, I think we weren't very disciplined in our shot selection. I think the guys went to I'll get it done mode a little bit. I didn't think we played for each other, so we were taking tough shots. You know, when we had a chance to script something, we usually got a pretty good look, but they just didn't fall at a high clip, which is basketball. That happens. So that's why you got to be good defensively. And when we gave them that stretch in the second half where they made that run on us, that was all San Diego State needed. 10, 11 points, and they're going to bury you. You know, they're just too disciplined. You know their stats. And when they're winning by 5, winning with 4 minutes, 5, whatever it is, I mean, that's why they're good.
What do you tell JoJo after a night like this?
You let us down. You let us down because you weren't disciplined enough to play smarter basketball and not foul. It's just, we needed you on the floor, son. You know, it's just, you tell them the truth. You know, you let us down tonight, and you can't do it again. You got to be more disciplined than that. And I don't want to hear you didn't foul because you reached. And a reach can be perceived as a foul by officials several times, even if you got all ball. It doesn't matter whether you fouled them or not. You reached. That's undisciplined. But we don't win at the pit without them either. So what are you going to do? You love them and you teach them and you get ready for the next game. Anything else?
Is Baxter's out of the rotation?
No, he has a groin injury that's bothering him, and he kind of flared up a little bit and shoot around, and we were going to try to go to him after he warmed it up, but he wasn't ready to play. And before you ask me about Dwayne, we should know, I think, tomorrow where we're at in the process. So, and I'll be able to give that to you guys then. Hopefully it'll be good news, but who knows?
Can you talk about Amber and Green's confidence level right now?
I don't know what's in their heads, man. Can't really talk about their confidence level. Could talk about their lack of production, but kids are resilient for the most part. They're usually pretty confident. This generation is pretty confident. So I think they'll be ready to go Saturday. You know, shooters got to shoot the ball. Chris is a good player. Ty's a good player. They just, you know, Ty's going through a little bit of a slump, but he had a good, decent game. Albuquerque, I thought that would hope get him back in groove. And Chris Clapper, you know, I don't know. Maybe there is something to that. Like I said, when I first sat down, there's some psychiatry that has to be performed here in the next couple of days. But, you know, when a player knows his coach has confidence in him and that player is good enough, it's real confidence, then you can usually get him back in the fold pretty quickly. So I think we can get them back. They just got to get in the gym, see the ball going through the rim. I mean, you got to see it. You know, if you don't get in and make shots, it's hard to. You're not going to walk in the game all of a sudden make shots. We only have so much time. We can work with them. They want to be professionals. They've got to understand how to do extra skill development on their own. And you know, we had a little time to do it this past week, so I was kind of surprised we didn't get more production off the bench. But Onward and upward, guys. This coaching staff will never quit, and these players will never quit. We'll keep fighting, and I thought we did fight from a defensive standpoint. You know, what did they shoot from the field? We're 41%. It's not horrible. So we did a decent job there. We just got to take care of those threes from the guys that we consider hot guys. So we'll get there. We will play better. I guarantee you. We'll play better basketball. It's not. There's no secret formula. We just got to get back and get to work.
Do you feel that a lot of these guys' psyche is kind of fragile, and how do you approach that where going off the defense?
You don't want to create demons, bro. You don't want to talk up demons. I love them, and I think they're good, and they're resilient, and they're confident, and they'll be ready to go Saturday. I don't think anybody's fragile. I think San Diego State's a better team, and they beat us. That's pretty much what happened, you know. Come on, man, let's call it what it is now, you know. It's San Diego State. They're a pretty good team, top 25 team defensively in the United States. And they proved it. We scored 51 points. So, you know, Sheckler Dembele was pretty good tonight, right? You know, we had some other things. There's some positives, too. So we got to, in the State of the Union for where we at, we have to find silver linings. We got to stay positive, and we got to keep motivated to get better and play our best basketball in March. You know what? We win 3 games or 4 games in March. Nobody cares what happened tonight. Nobody cares. It's all about getting better and getting better and getting better. And that's what we do. That's what I do. That's what my teams do. And that's what this team will do. I'm not shaking at all. So, you know, they're not going to get fragile from me. you know what I'm saying? They're going to get inspired. They're going to be motivated, and they're going to play hard. And we'll keep heading in the right direction. Shoot, we lost to a good team, guys. Anything else?
What adjustments, if any, are you going to make for Saturday's game?
One more time.
What adjustments, if any, are you going to make for Saturday?
Well, Saturday's a totally different team, as you know, and their style of play. So it'll be a huge adjustment from a strategical game planning aspect. But we're still going to, you know, play as hard as we can, have the right mentality and attitude going into the game. Again, even this game, like, it felt different than, you know, I hate to mention Boise State, but that was the last time we was on the floor. At least I felt like we fought, you know, to the end of the night, which I don't think we did last time. So moving forward, you know, we've got something to build on, which is now we're getting the effort, we're getting the energy. Okay, so now we got to get them to play a little smarter. Now we got to be more disciplined to the scouting report, you know? We did some things really good. I mean, Hemsley was a major part of our scouting report. He's 1 for 10, you know? Well, guess what? They got Kell, they got Shregley, they got Bax, they got, you know, you got to try to find a way to get wins any way you can, and they had some other guys that stepped up. I don't know what his high is for the season, but he was probably pretty close. You know, we didn't expect that. All right, guys, we'll see you Saturday.